Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone.
Well, they gave that a try and it paid off.
And we call it the iPad.
That too.
Apple Watch.
And that. What's next for Apple? Your living room?
iTunes has been losing market share to Netflix, and so they want to turn it around by using exclusive content to bring people in.
This tech titan, huge in Silicon Valley, now aiming to make it big in Hollywood too. Taking on Netflix, taking on Amazon, HBO and the rest of them, and throwing money at this effort.
They've earmarked $1 billion for 10 shows.
Welcome to Planet of the Apps.
Apple has taken some small steps already. Planet of the Apps, for example, the first mainstream attempt, did not wow the critics. Neither did its take on carpool karaoke. But the world's richest company isn't giving up. It has got lots of cash, and it's going to spend it. It'll do that in a number of ways, starting with setting up a key production base here at the iconic Culver Studios in Los Angeles. Also by hiring several senior executives who worked for companies like Sony and the BBC. Apple really is going all in here.
Relatively speaking, $1 billion isn't a lot of money for them to experiment. They believe they need exclusive content to keep people coming to iTunes or Apple Music or even a forthcoming subscription service. And that's an important part of their revenue.
Streaming services are becoming ever more popular, especially with younger viewers.
They really are only interested in paying for what they want to watch.
They're becoming richer too. Take Netflix, for example. Brand new studios in Hollywood, $8 billion earmarked for original content in 2018. Little wonder Apple wants in.
It's almost like they're taking a page out of Netflix playbook, spend top dollar for top programming from big producers. For instance, they're going to be working with Spielberg on one of his anthology series, and now they're going to renew it and make it contemporary. So if they nail that, they're in the money.
One of the advantages Apple has is distribution. See, take Netflix, for example. When it launched House of Cards, that was its first real attempt at original programming, but it already had loads of subscribers because there was lots of licensed content. Apple is pretty much starting from scratch, but what it does have already are hundreds of millions of people with these things and these things in their hands. The channels are already open. Still though, it's tough to make it in Hollywood. $1 billion budget may help, and of course, a bit of luck.
It really takes just one hit for Apple to knock it out of the park.
Apple is certainly hoping so. Phil Lavelle, CGTN, Hollywood.